Namaskar. Hello and welcome to 𝗣𝗬𝘀𝘁 channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. I have the pleasure of Sridhar Chityala ji, who's joining me after a hiatus of several months. He was busy with many projects, and today he has found some time to be with us, and we're going to be talking about a very important thing. What is happening in this latest series of allegations that the United States Department of State has made, and how will India respond? So to know all this and more, and with a little bit of a timeline, let us welcome Sridhar Chityala ji. Sridhar ji, namaskar and welcome to 𝗣𝗬𝘀𝘁 channel. How are you, sir?
Namaskar, I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. I just wanted to bring your attention to the latest set of allegations that have come from the United States. How do you see it? And there is a bit of a time history behind this, so I'll yield the floor to you, sir.
Well, I think that first and foremost, the question is around, India would be very naive to engage in some of the stuff that is being talked about. And by the way, it's Department of Justice, which has initiated the indictment and launched a case. And so therefore, when you look at the chronology of the events, go back to June, and June was the time Biden and President Biden and Prime Minister Modi was meeting. It was around this time when you talk about the dateline, which you covered very well in your monologue, was this plot being attempted when Mr. Nikul Gupta came in contact with this gentleman whom he promised to pay $100,000 for assassinating, and he also made sure that the timing is such that it is not to be when Biden and Modi were having discussions and in town. So then it looks like this guy was an undercover agent, and this whole episode is now beginning to a little bit of blow up because the reason is that then you kind of go forward step by step. Then you have the attacks on the Indian consulate in San Francisco in July. Then you go to the G20 meetings in September. The issue flares up. There is this dialogue between Modi and Canadian Prime Minister Mr. Trudeau. And then you have Biden and Jack Sullivan, National Security, United States, having discussions with United States and bringing up this issue. And United States said that, India said very categorically there is no data, it's just an allegation from Mr. Trudeau. As far as Biden is concerned, there is some kind of data which we will act through a proper investigation. Then you roll the clock forward, then you come to November. Around the November 3rd, November 10th, India signs major US strategic partnerships spanning a number of sectors: defense, trade, space, manufacturing, and it also clears the path for export of a lot of strategic defense, what you call technologies. So this happens around November 3rd. And then the most important, November 22nd, NIA conducts raids across Punjab and Haryana. It says that it was looking for the people who were responsible for the attack in San Francisco. And lo and behold, the same day this article appears, which is generic but sufficiently alleging various kinds of events in Financial Times. It does not critique Mr. Pannun, and basically what you are left with is a situation where it seems like too childish from the perspective of this guy finding somebody who happens to be a covert agent, and then information goes to the US State Department, and the US State Department alerts Biden, saying that they had credible evidence and they somehow averted this assassination and they had information. So my conclusion is that there are enough vested actors who doesn't want, because India has a backbone. India is standing up to the world. Its strategic flexibility in terms of foreign policy is working because it is working with everybody. It's working with Russia. It's working with Ukraine. It's working with Israel. It's working with United States. It's working with ASEAN nation on a number of strategic issues, and it has done these deals with United States. So this is the epitome of the issue, and India has responded by saying that it doesn't believe, and it all boils down to whether there are terrorists, whether there are gun runners, whether there are smugglers, whether there are other kinds of drug traffickers. That is what India is investigating, and nothing to do with any of the stuff that US is leveling.
Thank you, sir. And the whole thing now has snowballed that, okay, look, the United States Southern District Court of New York has filed indictment charges against these individuals. Now, if this person has a drug running past, clearly there will be ways in which you try to entrap that person. I'm curious if an entrapment of that nature has suddenly come very convenient for the United States to say, aha, look, this is what he did. And somewhere I'm not sure the dots are getting connected. Your prognosis on what is happening. Also, please update us on that letter that was written by the US Department of State employees to the Blinken on the United States stand on Israel, because my information was 100, but I believe the number is much higher, sir.
Well, I think I'll answer the last question. The number more than to Blinken, but to President Biden, the number that I hear and that I've heard from reliable sources is 500.
Oh 500. My God!
Oh yeah, 500. God. The number that I've heard is people who have said that Biden must act and shed his pro-Israel policy and look at the Palestinian issue and condemn Israel. So that's the specific number from a brevity of time. The point that the other question that you have raised is, yes, there is an indictment. Yes, it is in the Southern District Court. Yes, what's the punishment? The punishment is likely to be 10 years in jail. 10 years in jail. So they may use that as a leverage to see whether they can negotiate with India on some of the issues. For example, you take the Palestinian situation as well as the Israel-Hamas war. Modi was one of the first people to stand up and condemn, and he called it he condemns terrorist attack. He framed it as a terrorist attack. That's not what many people within the State Department allege, is that it's actually Israel which has been the perpetrator. So there is some undercurrent, and I think your program, one of your monologues, covered it very well in terms of the organizational construct within Department of State and where some of these influences are coming. And you can continue to see this daily battle that is going on within the House and within the Biden administration in terms of the fragmentation of the Israel policy.
Thank you so much, Sridharji. And of the 500, I know one has resigned. How about the other 499, sir? Are they also going to resign?
No, they will not. They continue. They march on. So this is a big philosophy as well as the policy battle that is taking place, and it is likely to shape the democratic future policy in terms of which way the next incumbent, if it is not Biden, if it is Biden, what his approach is going to be in terms of the Middle East or West Asia policy within the construct of Palestine, Hamas, Gaza, and Israel, Sree.
Thank you so much, Sridharji. And viewers, you have been asking for daily global insights, and we have some good news for you. We will be restarting that program, and stay tuned. We will be making some announcements. There is a lot of preparation that needs to take place to make sure that we get the pride of place for this program. So please stay tuned. We will be giving you all the details in the next few days. Thank you once again, Sridharji. And sir, you look well. And I'm really happy that you found time to come on our stage again at such short notice. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. And this program is also being shown live on Twitter. Thank you once again, Sridharji. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you so much.